The notion that the West is at war with Islam is an ugly lie. And all of us, regardless of our faith, have a responsibility to reject it. Muslim communities, including scholars and clerics, therefore have a responsibility to push back, not just on twisted interpretations of Islam, but also on the lie that we are somehow engaged in a clash of civilizations.
All right, folks, joining us now, Ira Straus. He's Executive Director of the Democracy International, U.S. Coordinator of CEERN, C-E-E-R-N in NATO, and columnist for National Review. Ira, when you hear the president talk, I mean, you wrote a great piece at National Review that if we're going to succeed militarily, we have to identify the problem, and this man refuses to do so.
You're absolutely right. But I want to find something nice to say about the fellow because, let's be fair, he's right. The Muslim clerics should push back. But they shouldn't push back because this has nothing to do with Islam. They have a responsibility to clean up their own act. It's because they have some responsibility for it that they should push back. Obama also has no business telling us how we should talk about this. Once again, he sets up a straw man. We are all out for a clash of civilizations and a war of religion. No, that's nonsense. He's slandering his own people. The truth is there are people engaged in the war of religion against us. That's a fact. Honest people should face the facts and deal with it.
And again, Ira, I mean, who is he, as a self-proclaimed Christian, to tell Muslims or call a portion of Islam perverted? I mean, Judaism, there are Reform, there are conservative, there's Orthodox, there's everything in between. Christianity has different interpretations. So who is he to stand there and tell Muslims that, either this isn't Islamic, even though the people practicing it say it is, or they're perverting it and twisting it? Who is he to say that? He's a Christian.
Again, you're right. He has no standing in that. Quite beyond that, in any religion, it is only the most extreme fundamentalists who claim to be the only true one. The liberals don't say the fundamentalists are not Christian or that they're not Muslims. So how in the world can we say that the most extreme Muslims are not Muslims? It's ridiculous.
All right, you talk about...
If they were a marginal group, it would be different, but they're not marginal. The terrorists are small in number, but they have a circle around them that is Islamic extremist theology that is quite wide, and every poll shows they have a huge number of supporters. Regrettably, they're not marginal. Regrettably, all of Islam bears a share of responsibility in it.
Talk about, you discussed two root causes, Islam and Islamism. Just explain what Islamism is.
Okay, Islamism is something that emerged in the 20th century. It has roots in Islam itself. Just as political Christianity or Christianism has emerged in various periods with roots in Christianity itself. Islamism in the 20th century is one of the extreme totalitarian ideologies which says that in its organic community is the solution to all the problems of the decadent modern world. The world is decadent because it's Western individualist, it's lost its organic unity, and it might be glittering on the surface, but it's rotting at the core and it's going to fall apart of its own contradictions. And unless our Islamic organic community regenerates its true faith in full force and unites everything under its all-uniting ideology, the world will fall apart. That's what Islamism, and it is exactly parallel to what communism and fascism were all about.
How do we go about winning this? I mean, sooner rather than later. And when I say winning this, I don't mean eradicating terrorism, because that seems to be the goal of Obama. I mean destroying ISIS now before they keep marching and taking more territory.
Okay, well first, ISIS. ISIS is relatively easy because it is a territory. It is simply that Obama refuses to eliminate. That could be done in a matter of weeks, just as we overthrew the Taliban in a much more difficult and vast territory. in a matter of weeks.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Obama
I agree with you, and we're gonna have to leave it there on ISIS because I didn't realize I asked too deep a question with not enough time. But thank you, everybody. Check out National Review: The Actual Root Causes of Islamic Terrorism by Ira Straus. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, Rob Williams with the closing bell report. He's next. Don't go away.